Hello, hello. Good morning. Welcome to another ES Futures trading stream. Today is Thursday, August 11th. Finally, CPI has come and is due to release in about five more minutes. I am doing this right now just to check, right? Just to share with you what may come. I want to see how the market reacts now. It's very this market actually can be can this is one of the things that can happen. All right. Where can maybe I can use this? What is this risk reward? Right now it's here, for example. It can come up here and then come down all the way down here. All that because what we have here is very weak. I mean, now what was happened yesterday? This is just really bad yesterday. And this almost trending day that we have yesterday, really bad. But what we have below is not better. It's really bad as well. This low, yesterday's low being pretty much exactly at zero. The day before, the same thing coming from the previous day low, and that low being a zero as well. Right? And questionable low, same thing, same phenomenon here, zero. Non-excess, I would say maybe non-excess, very questionable, weak low here. Another low being bought from zero. And this can happen really fast, right? Now we might have something even higher here. I'm not saying this is going to happen, okay? Something it can be really something like that because to remove these shorts, right? The market has to squeeze them out to really wash the stops that they are here. But remember, the same things are down here. So don't be. I won't be surprised if the opposite things happen, right? Something like this, and then comes something like that. So which one is going to be? I have no idea. Really have no idea. It can also be a market that kind of like try to do any of this and it rather stays in here. That would be a sign of strength. Sometimes, when this kind of weakness is present in the market, is the market usually needs something external, right? Something external to make that force the corrections. Look at what's happening. What happened yesterday at Nasdaq or the day before, right? When we have this 2-day range, this unbelievable, man, really unbelievable weakness that we have. That prior to the breakout that we have in the overnight, and the gap was closed. So this is remember what we have here. Let me check. Let me give you this. We were talking about this inside bars, right? Inside bars. All these inside bars are all the resolutions of those inside bars have been to the upside. Yesterday was no different, right? But each time, maybe you can see that each time is the what happened after that comes after is what the traders have after that trade, the breakout of the inside bar is less and less and less. All right. Now, one of the most important things coming. I wouldn't consider this maybe the same guidance that I use every day. I wouldn't use today. But yesterday I have this base of spike. Now all of this happened above the spike that we have the previous day, which in some ways the market is accepting high prices, right? But this is being left behind. Now, this is very, very questionable. I am entering this moment with really no bias here. No, I don't expect anything from the market. I don't expect the market to give me anything here. But let's see what this. Okay, here it comes. Here it is. Let's see. There's nothing here. They're very, very empty. It doesn't have volume. The reaction was not that bad. This is what I am looking. Okay, where the market opens relative to this late rally high. All right? Very questionable late rally high. Very questionable high here. Very questionable high here. Very questionable high here. Because it was exactly to half back. All right, it was exactly to half back. All right. Look about it. It didn't have acceptance. Whites here really, hundreds, 722 here. Now it's checking all these shorts are here. All this short inventory from yesterday is being, oh boy, it's being scary. This is, you just can't imagine what these guys may be thinking now. Now check yesterday overnight. Okay, we have a spike in the overnight after PPI. Okay, we have spike to the upside distributions, right, which was really important and which gave us an all-time high made during the overnight session. All right. Now this high is not good. This low is not good. All right. What can I say, man? What can I say here? What is settled today? Settled 65.39.50. 65.39.50. Where's my settle? What? $69.39. 65.39.50. 65.39.50. Right there. This is what settle is from yesterday. Now let's put it here. What last is 36.75. I think this is last. Yeah. The overnight low, okay. The overnight low is last. Look at that. 65.35.50. That's last. This is very, very okay. Let's move this a little bit higher. This last is from which day? I guess it was from this day. Right now, I guess this can be relevant here. Let's put it here. Let's put this one here. Last, this is late rally high. Late rally high. Oh, I don't want those applications. Late rally high. What? And why I'm having this reference, because the day was to the downside. It was almost, I would say, a trending day, really bad trending day to the downside, and this is where it closed. Right? Very, very questionable. Look at this. This is 1,000. This is nothing, man. Really, This is nothing. I am disappointed. Not disappointed. It's for I might think that number fall because what was happening. I think that number was fall within the expectation. Let me check. CPI actual 2.9, forecast 2.9, previous 2.7. So it's actually increasing. That's not good. It's not a good number. It's another sign that another bad reading of the economy. The market is not actually reacting that way. Now check this high, right? This upside has taken this one. That is what I may think. But remember, the overnight session does not correct the daily regular trading hours week references. Unless it is made during regular trading hours, I still will consider these levels in my daily observations. Now let's check. Look at this. Right? You have 1,000 contracts here. All right. Where else do I have 1,000? Around. Can you see this level here? How much is 65.50? Where is 65.50? This area here. What do we have around this area here? Do you remember yesterday? Do you remember what we were talking yesterday about this area? Why do we have this area highlighted? Why do we have this daily hallback here? Why do we have this one? Right? It was a specific reason why we had that, and now there is having accumulation over that reference. Carry that level, carry that piece of information for down the road. For it can be useful today, right? It can be. I'm not saying it will be, but it can be. Notice where it is now. Where do we have more accumulation? Just above late rally high. So all these accumulations come above these extremely questionable references that we have. Checking daily cherry bar charts. Gap was filled. Yesterday the gap was filled. We have a spike, both sides. What the bond market is doing, look at that. We have a spike to the upside in the bond market, short cover here. I don't know what we have, what can happen here. Gold is trading, has come back inside this range. It may target the opposite side, that range. Right, this is an inside bar that we have in gold. The breakout to the downside, but now has come back to the inside. If this little one, look at that, man. This is short-term trading. Look at this morning star or whatever this is called, right? You just follow the resolution of this one. This breakout is being tested here. If this day reaches this side, we may see some serious upside here, right? Another trend here happening in crude. Same thing that happened here. Same thing is going on here. Downside trend, the dollar. Dollar is kind of like a weak here. I'm interested in watching this. Let me check. Let me bring this one and check the dollar. Okay, what happened with the dollar? Ooh, look at that. There's some range here. monthly. This is clear trend to the downside, nice range. Something may come out of this, right? It's either range and downside, or it's a range and rally coming out of this. The weekly, a weakening the upper side. Another trend. Man, this dollar is weakening here. Is this is very risky. The downside is the shortest risk here. Now, what else? Let's check gold. Look at that, man. Look at this. Look at this trend in gold. You know, range. This is a nice advance, really, actually. You know, breakout, range, breakout, range, breakout, range, breakout. Some range may come up with here of this. The daily has a different story, very extended upside. What about silver, man? The silver may be the same. What about, yeah, let's check the 15. Very range bound. 30. This actually, man, this has been all over the place, man. It's checking. Well, this testing this level here. Huh. Look at that. One of the things that I was thinking today is this again. I had something yesterday at the close that I was planning for today, but kind of like a volatility play, right? And what is this volatility play? It's when we find a spot where we can take advantage of potential volatility, right? And it was like this. Okay, this, or something like this, just like that. Either of these ones, any of these ones, but this play, okay, this play needs something, right? Needs something, and what it needs is a good area where it can be, where the risk is minimized and the potential movement can be we can take advantage of the movement, and that will be the center of the range. I don't center of the range, but opening up high here, it really diminishes, right, the potential reward coming out of that. Because to do that, this market will need some really hard spike, either to the upside or to the downside, to take advantage of that. It didn't happen. We didn't have that, right? We didn't have that. Really, we didn't have that. What was that, for example, which had been aiming to take advantage of this inventory that we have in the upper side, in the lower side, and this inventory that we have here, right? This one and this one, potentially, right? Potentially, yeah. The first thing was this one, but it has to be, it has to be at the center of this one, or around this area here, around this, between these two ranges we have here. Between those two ranges. What happened there? Okay, I guess I should have done this. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. What the? Uh-oh. What? I want to erase. Okay, let's erase this thing. Okay. Okay, I know. This is not. This thing, you know? I don't know what. Oh, I see. You. There you go. There you go. This is the thing. Taking advantage. This was the thing, right? Taking advantage of this inventory here. You know, either at the center of this range or around, kind of like right around here. This could have been another location for that. You know, this area here, because this is between this inventory, short inventory, and between this long inventory. And the conditions were not given. The conditions were not there for any positioning, for any trade here. So what do you do? What do I do then? Well, you do nothing. That's the thing. I do nothing. There is nothing. Then I do nothing. Now I can also. What the heck do I have this late rally high here? I don't need that. Well, something I can do. I can use this. I can merge these two things as well. My bad. How much this? Yeah, this thing. Can you see? We have two distributions here. You know, bigger accumulation in the downside. There's tremendous inventory we have here. Let's check how big, how much. You have 20,000, 30,000 here. 50, 60,000 here. This good inventory that comes. If this market, 60,000 here, this is significantly, right? This is just to have an appreciation of what may come out of this at any given time. The thing is, we traders can fall easily, really, can fall for FOMO, and I'm going to miss the trade. Look at that. This is beautiful. This is a beautiful profile, man. How much do we have here? 30,000. Yeah, around this much. 30 or 60,000. This is a nice profile. This is something really nice to have in your charts. This gives you why do you do this? Now it is having some upside, but man, it is, you just can't see, right? It is attracting volume in the upper side, but not as much as it is in the downside. If this starts to dry, I got to be very careful. Got to be very careful. No? So far, the market is holding. And don't try. I don't try. I won't try to short this market just because I see weakness. That's not enough reason. Right? The market can keep rallying for long distances, long time to act really extremely excess. You know, I can becoming. It can be markets are irrational, right? And sometimes we can fall for this need, right? We can become obsessed. No, the market is not good. I am right. The market has to do this, and I am going to be doing this and this and this thing only. And that is when um, you know things can unravel this really fast, man, and we can just you know it can be our doom, man. You just got to be careful with it. Got to be very careful. Yeah? So after this spike to the upside, this spike to the upside, notice what the market is at. Yeah? Right where it was before the spike. So the next thing that I'm thinking is where this market can open. Right? If it opens that where it is right now, I will see this potential to the upside because it seems like this market is can correct this question of highs here. This is extremely weak, man. Really bad, man. Really bad. Okay. All right. I'll come back. I will take a break. Come back before the opening. In the meantime, I'm just going to leave this here. This is coming back to what it was. Okay, it's coming back to what it was. Wait a minute. Let's check what the other indices are doing. If there's sync in that, if they are in sync, or if there is any dissonance there. Okay. Yes. Nasdaq. Ooh, look at this look at this low in Russell. Russell is the weakest right now. There's potential for upside in the Dow. I think the Dow is the one that has, I would say this thing, okay? There are good odds, right? There's good odds of and some serious upside in these indices, with the exception of Russell. Because I see short covering in the Dow, if this market starts going higher, the short inventory can be squeezed here. There's tremendous weakness in the ES as we have seen, and Nasdaq can, it can just follow. It can be dragged. It can trade in sympathy with these two, and that only that is going to be enough to, for this market to leap to the upside, for some kind of upside. And remember, all bets are in the Fed. That Fed is going to cut rates next week. Now, this thing that we are seeing here, this bad number that we have seen, it is putting the Fed really in a tight spot there, because the two mandates of the Fed are inflation and labor. And both are not good. Okay, both are not good. If the rates are cut, the inflation, they are taking some really serious risk that inflation picking back up again. If the Fed doesn't do anything, the labor market can keep weakening here, it is really weak actually. Okay, because there's all these policies, right, that are going on. But we got to be able, right? We have to learn to separate, right? To separate our views of the economy from our views, right? For the vision of the markets, which are totally different, are a complete different thing. And just check this out. Uh, check Nasdaq, for example. What this chart tells you, for example, look at these lows here. 1, 2, 3 lows here. Look at these lows here. 1, 2, 3 lows here. You know, this is tremendous amount of weakness here in this range, right? But because it's weak, it's for me it's not enough reason to be on the short side. Look at this, right? This breakout is being tested. Rejection, rejection. Now it seems like it's going to have success here, and that will give us a new all-time high here. If that's what is, is that what is? If that's what happens. Dow also still doesn't have a good excess high here. This has a really questionable highs here. This was not good. This trade here, what's happening here to me is still has a lot to do with what happened here. Buying from the trend. And Russell is another story, man. Russell, small cap is, I think it's different. I wouldn't use the same. I wouldn't use the same parameters for Russell that I use for the ES, for example, or Nasdaq, much less the Dow. Okay. All right. I'll take a break and see you soon. Hello, hello. I'm back here. All right. What is happening here? Okay. Look at this low here. Look at this 7 here, man. It's very thin markets here. Corrected. 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 This one also has been corrected. Notice well this area here, man. This one here. Every single high. Every single one has been corrected here. We may have another day, another 2-day balance range here. Nasdaq is very close to making new all-time highs, man. The ES also is very close to making all-time highs. Dow is extremely close to making all-time highs. Nasdaq is an inside day. ES is an inside day. Russell is an inside day, and the Dow also an inside day. So from that point of view, all of them are in sync. I haven't seen a spike yet here. You know, all the shorts from yesterday I've been shaking here, but they're still there, man. I mean, when you don't see them climbing the tower here, not yet. Most likely short-term trading here. Look at this high in Nasdaq. Corrected. 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 We still have kind of like a two questionable lows. This low is I don't know why I had this, but it came right there. This has to be corrected. Okay, let's check this one. Let's extend this one. There is something here in the lower side. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. This part here. Uh-oh. This area here. I have these two periods here, another two periods here, maybe three even. That is oh, never mind. This has been checked here yesterday, but it does have excess. I wouldn't consider this. I wouldn't consider this one corrected yet because this is just because it's Nasdaq. Because Nasdaq, to consider something corrected in Nasdaq, it has to come really low here, man. And what we have here in Nasdaq is, you know, this one checking this periods here, for example, would be the same as this thing, right? It has to come way lower to consider this area rebalanced. I'm not taking that as a rebalancing really. Look at these longs in Nasdaq here, you know. Look at this inventory here. They are being squeezed now. All right, I don't have really. I need more time here. It really lacks confidence, man. It's really the market is so far this high is questionable here. Has corrected all of the weakness that we have there. I remember when sometimes what happens is when we have some kind of inventory, either to the upside, either short or long, that is weak. Many times what the market does is shake those ones before going in the direction on which that inventory was going. Okay, that can be something here that can be at play, but I wouldn't bet a penny on that. After checking this high, the potential destination can be the opposite side of this range, but also this kind of highs, right, many times limits the downside and increases the odds of rotation. All right, I don't have nothing else to say here, and unless you have any questions, please let me know. Otherwise, I'm going to be calling it a day. All right? I wish you guys have a wonderful rest of the day. Stay safe. I can see you tomorrow. Bye-bye.